Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're doing yet another Stephen Colbert video. Look at that, look at that. We're going to talk about Samantha Bee coming out and saying that CBS canceling Colbert was a no-brainer. Now, she is on the left as well. And we've actually had some other people on the left say, hey, yeah, this is just business. Like, you can't keep losing $40-50 million a year and expect to stay on the air. If you were bringing it, if he was bringing it, if he was making them $40 to $50 million a year, then yeah, they'd let him say whatever the hell he wants. I saw an article earlier today talking about South Park and that CBS and Paramount will absolutely let them say whatever the hell they want to because South Park is worth a lot to them. In fact, they said
it actually makes money.
Yeah, it makes money. They said South Park's worth like $1.5 billion to Paramount. So they're like, yeah, you can make fun of Trump as long as the ratings are there. We don't care. And at the end of it, guys, that's what it's all about. As long as the ratings and the money are there.
Doesn't that shoot his argument in the foot though? Because he's I'm being let go because of Trump and capitulation to Trump. And then they have the South Park episode, and it's like, wait a minute. But she brings up, like, she said the same thing I said, which is two things can be true at once.
Yes.
And it can be the fact that, you know, that might have played into it, but it also could, it's also more likely that he just wasn't bringing it.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about that. And then I saw this other article today. It kind of goes along with that. They said that as linear TV is collapsing, they are trying to find digital firebrands, and a lot of them are right-leaning podcast personalities. They're basically trying to fill the hole with these.
Trying to balance it.
Yeah, but that's what's in demand now. So I mean, the pendulum is swinging. We talked about this before we started recording. That, you know, when you've got 10 years of all of your late night, all of your commentary coming from one side of the aisle, and you're not bringing it, the studios are going to be like, you know what, let's try the other side and see what happens.
They're bringing back balance to the force.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Or people could just get so fed up with all of it and just be like, yeah, you know, we're out.
I think people are just in general fed up with all of it. I think they're just tired of politics everywhere.
So
I am.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting sick of talking. I mean, the fact that this even is a political, I mean, he is a political commentator, but look, this is numbers. This is numbers. It's same with, you know, movies that flop. You didn't like it because of the anti-woke. It's Snow White. No, the numbers. People aren't interested. Okay, you're making it political. It really isn't political.
The general public isn't tuning in.
General public's not watching videos like ours. They're not. Let's be honest.
They're not watching him either.
No, they're not watching him. More people are probably watching us than him. But anyway, let's.
I doubt that, but yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about this. Before we get to it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
Go out to news.clownfishtv.com. We got more podcasts, more exclusive content out there, and I got a bunch of podcasts I got to get up. This week's been incredibly busy. Not in a good way either. It's been not a very good week, but we're working through it. So anyway, let's talk about Samantha Bee. This comes from Deadline. Samantha Bee says CBS canceling The Late Show with Stephen Colbert was a no-brainer. People are just not tuning in. Oh
exactly.
My God, how dare you? How dare you? The former late night talk show host made an appearance on the Breaking Bread with Tom Papa podcast. What? Where she gave her take on Colbert's show getting axed. Papa noted that the show was losing $40 million a year, and the show's parent company is trying to curry favor with the president over the merger. And she said, I think both things are true.
Right. She said that basically, like, it could be that he's losing money and they have to get rid of him for financial reasons. And it could also be true that the Trump thing played into it a bit. But I think at the end of the day, it's mostly because of numbers.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was a case of, and we talked about this before. I think it was a case of like, look, you know, these people are going to get us sued. He's going anyway. So we need to like kind of get rid of them and make sure we don't have any impediments to this merger.
Again, it's really weird that when this is going on and Colbert's trying to claim he's fired because of Trump, then they run the South Park episode.
Yes.
You know,
that's okay. That's fine.
I'm just saying. So either they're afraid of it in one place, not the other, or like you said, the one makes them a lot of money, the other doesn't. So they're willing to take the risk for the one, but not the other.
That's exactly it. Like you can be controversial as long. Look, it's all about the money. Stupid. It's all about the money. All about the money. You can be controversial as long as you're bringing it. If you're controversial and you're not bringing it, Sometimes it's just like they're going to get rid of you. You can go if you're a kind of a get along guy, get along, go along, whatever the phrase is. Like you can kind of keep your head down and you'll get consistent work, whatever. You're not in any danger, but you're not really bringing it either. But you're not a threat. You're just kind of there. And we've got people like that working in the entertainment industry. But the people that are like really, like think about 5 or 6 years ago. All of these motor mouth activists that were getting all kinds of work every time you turned around. Whatever happened to Ava DuVernay? Like we don't, she like disappeared. They had all these deals because they thought they were going to make money off of them. Then when it became very obvious they were not going to make money off these people, they were actually chasing audiences away. They just disappeared. They're just like, you know what? You're not making money. So see ya. We gave you a chance and you're done. You're done. She said, I think both things are true. It was definitely hemorrhaging money. These legacy shows are hemorrhaging money with no real end to that in sight. People are just not tuning in.
Yes.
People are literally on their phones all the time for one thing, so they actually don't necessarily need a recap of the day's events. They're very well versed in what has happened. Yeah. I mean, people tune in because they want commentary or comedy or something, escape. But as far as news, like they've got Facebook, they got Twitter, they got, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they don't need Stephen Colbert to filter the news for an hour and then, and sing and dance and everything else. B said that viewers are now more interested in watching people just absolutely murder each other in a South Korean game show or watching people fall off cliffs to relax at night before nodding off in addition to changing viewing habits. Yeah, you can watch anything. That's the thing. You literally, with streaming, you can watch anything at any time. We do not need a late night show because every show can be a late night show. Everything can be.
But pretty much you could. This show could be a late night show.
It could be. I think it is for some people. Some people said we're the morning commute show.
But if this is your morning commute, I hope you have a good day. If this is your late night show, I hope you have a good sleep.
We'll put you to sleep. That's our new tagline. Clownfish TV. We'll put you to sleep.
Anyway.
Clownfish TV will bed you. We'll bed you well.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. B recalled that during the time she hosted Full Frontal, and that got canceled pretty quick too. There were several mergers, and it was a constant source of conversation about not causing any trouble amid the multi-billion-dollar transactions. Yeah, they're telling it like, look, we're trying to close this deal. Shut your mouth.
Yeah, it's right now. It's not a good time to make waves, especially if you need that, his people to approve your merger. It's just common sense. But beyond that, it's just. I think at the end of the day, that was part of the problem. But the majority of the problem was there was no money.
Yeah.
Just because he's him doesn't mean that they're going to keep spending money and throwing it away. Because at least South Park, they make money.
Well, that's the thing. They had this video and they said that, or they had this article up. I think it was a podcast episode, something one of these websites, and they said that it was South Park makes too much money. Like they're going to let them do whatever the hell they want to do. You want to show Trump's pee-pee? Yeah, you can show it.
And they got a pretty good deal too, if I'm not mistaken. So that's because they're worth it, and the views are there. People would rather watch that than watch Colbert. I think I'd rather have root canal than watch Colbert.
But she said it was an easy decision to cut them loose. She said it makes this decision a no-brainer when they're having a merger. And again, this is everything we said. Because, look, this is just the way companies work, whether it's a multi-billion-dollar entertainment company or, a smaller company, mom and pop business, whatever. If they're looking to cut expense and you don't bring it, you're actually bleeding out money, you're going to be one of the first people to get cut.
It's almost like we know what we're talking about.
I know, right? Jeez.
Common sense is lost now.
It is lost. So this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter. And I saw this earlier today. As TV is collapsing, digital firebrands are suddenly in demand. Dave Portnoy to Pat McAfee to Brett Cooper, America's most contrarian podcast voices are finding new reach all over legacy media. Basically, they're signing all these people that were effectively canceled or toxic or whatever a couple of years ago. Now they're all like, here. Have a couple $1 million.
Yeah.
Barstool
we need to
Sports.
Diversify. We need to stop being too far one way, and we need to diversify because we're losing half the audience.
Barstool Sports compound is a $42 million compound in Nantucket. That sounds like a dirty limerick. He has a $42 million compound, Barstool Sports.
Okay.
Oh my God. In Nantucket. There once was a man from Nantucket.
Who had a big Barstool Sports Complex.
And told the media to bleep it. Yeah.
I like that one.
So he sold it.
If you're from Nantucket,
sold it for $500 million and bought it back a couple of years ago for $1. Yeah. So I remember this. This happened. This happened a lot. We actually had a lot. It
happened a lot.
We had a lot of founders of companies, able to scoop up. Like, look at Rooster Teeth. Rooster Teeth was not worth it. And then Warner Brothers sold it back to Bernie Burns for probably next to nothing. What happened was these companies had all this venture capital and they were blowing hundreds of millions of dollars on websites and podcasts. They were just
acquiring everything. But like Disney, they didn't know how to actually keep it going. Like they're acquiring it, but they didn't know how to make it go. So they ran it into the ground and everything fell out from underneath everybody. And so they sold it back to people dirt cheap. It's kind of like Power Rangers. So many times it's the bond get it for, he sold it, got it back cheap, et cetera. It's like that.
And they take the write down on it too. They're like, oh yeah, we tried that and we lost and whatever, we sold it. We just want to get rid of it.
So they win twice. You got paid once, you get it back for nothing, next to nothing. I mean, it's good for them.
Yeah, it's good for them. I need to be a bigger motor mouth. They said the world of media has changed and authenticity rules. Being outspoken is even better. And with cord cutting wreaking havoc on TV viewing, traditional TV players that used to develop their talent in-house are increasingly turning to outsiders to help give them relevance to an audience that might otherwise bypass their content.
Hey, basically, I've been plenty outspoken. Thank you.
You build it. We're going to swoop in and take some of it.
Pretty much.
Is how it works.
You said you should be more outspoken. I think I had that covered.
I think you do. Let's see. Dave's built, one-of-a-kind brand that connects with the new generation of sports fans, and that's why he gave him a bunch of money. Yada, yada, yada. Let's see here. They have McAfee on ESPN. They've got, until we get like Alex Jones on ABC News. Yeah.
Oh, no, that would be weird.
That'd be freaking weird. But yeah, they said, they're looking at what kids are watching now. It's Netflix, Instagram, TikTok, Fortnite.
Yes. A Formula One racing. For some reason. I'm not kidding.
So, racing's big now. It's like, what year is it? They're talking about Brett Cooper at Fox News, and it just goes on and on. I mean, basically what they're saying is that people like Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel, ironically, you've got Portnoy on, is it Portnoy? Portnoy. On Fallon. But
that idiot. I don't like him. Sorry.
It's like I'm taking your job. They're doing the pizza thing. Okay, he's known for the pizza thing. I don't watch him. I actually don't watch this guy. I know of him, but I don't watch him. But yeah, they're basically saying that all of these guys are taking a bite out of the viewership anyway. So why not just cut out the middleman?
Why shouldn't we just get a bite of them?
Right, and that's how
they're eating our people. So why don't we just ditch our people and go, team up with them so we get a bite of them?
And that's how it works. I mean, anything like new media, especially, they wait until you do all the hard work, you build it, and then they want to swoop in and take it. Mm-hmm. And that's how it works. And
sometimes they take it and then they kick you to the curb. So
sometimes they take it and they kick you out of it. Yeah.
Right. And then because that's worked so well for them, everything they've acquired and they've ran into the ground so far.
Yeah. So there we go, guys. Anyway, we're going to wrap this one up.
Yes.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.
For more pop culture news, views, and rants, go to news.clownfishtv.com. That's news.clownfishtv.com.